What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I have to ask the question, is SEMA in trouble? And what I mean by not SEMA, I mean about is SEMA in Las Vegas in trouble? Because of a new bill that was passed here in Nevada, and I've been talking about it over the last couple of days, and I need to say Nevada because someone's going to yell at me for not saying Nevada, whatever. People that bring vehicles in for SEMA that obviously have modified engines, modified exhaust, things of that nature, what is SEMA going to do? Like, you don't think patrons are going to come out and get slapped with a misdemeanor charge and $1,000 fine? Is the city or the county of Clark County in the state of Nevada, are they going to give amnesty to SEMA patrons or look the other way during the time that SEMA is in town? It's a valid question. So welcome on back to TK's Garage. SB 80 passes here in the state of Nevada, and it instantly makes illegal on October 1st the ability for you to modify your emission system. Now, they don't get into what modifying means. There's already people that are challenging the law from Reno that are in the northern part of the state that have Americans with Disability Act concerns, in that some of these handicap vans, they actually move the catalytic converters, which are directly under the truck under the van in a certain spot. So could that affect that? Could there be an ADA lawsuit? And yeah, there could, and most likely they'll just put in a friggin' waiver so that it doesn't affect people with handicap vans, right? They'll amend the law or they'll pass something in short order, I'm sure, right? But what does it mean for Hot August Nights, which is also in the northern part of the state, right? It's an event. And what does it mean for SEMA, right? The aftermarket show is is basically what that is, all right? So what does that mean? Do people that are bringing in vehicles, because SB 80, and I had the opportunity to speak with somebody from the DMV's police division, which I didn't even know the DMV had their own police department. I mean, in other states that I've been in, whether it's, Georgia or North Carolina, Florida, like they have highway patrol at the DMV, but I've never seen like a DMV police department. Never seen that. But that's new for me. Anyway, so you have that going on here, right? So you have this DMV police department.
New text message from 36005.
So you have this new police department or whatever that's attached to the DMV. And I said, are you guys going to enforce the law? Are you able to enforce this law on vehicles from out of state? And what they said was, the same way vehicles from out of state, like in California, can get state refed, and before you tell me that can't happen, there is literally 50, 60 videos on YouTube from people from Arizona and from right here in Nevada that have gone to California and had their cars state refed. So I don't want to hear it about, oh, they won't do it. It'll never happen, TK. It's not going to happen. You're just fear mongering. I'm not fear mongering shit. I'm asking a valid question. I want to know what the hell's going to happen when thousands of cars descend on Las Vegas, and trucks, lifted trucks, deleted trucks, all of that stuff shows up here for SEMA, and they're doing that run down the strip or running around town. Are you telling me that the DMV is now magically not going to enforce the law on SB 80 on vehicles that are here for SEMA? That's what I want to know. I want to know if vehicles that come here for SEMA are going to be subject to $1,000 fine and a misdemeanor charge. Are they going to get a DMV inspection? And if you do get a DMV inspection, because I've had somebody ask this question, well, what if they come for SEMA and they get the DMV inspection and then they just don't show up? Does that automatically turn into a misdemeanor charge? So I did speak to somebody from the DMV police department, police division, and they said that, yes, they said, you know, they couldn't tell me if you get an inspection and don't show up, if you get a charge, if you're from out of state, or you just get a ticket, or you end up getting hit with a fine. They couldn't give me that answer because they're still going through stuff now. They're still, evidently, their department is still going through training as we speak. Like, they don't know how the enforcement is going to go with this law. Only that it is going to get enforced, and I did ask if people come from out of state with vehicles that have modified exhausts, custom-built engines, all of that stuff, is the Nevada DMV police going to enforce SB 80 during SEMA? And unequivocally, they said yes. Why does this matter? Well, for this town, for Las Vegas, this brings in, almost, it might be slightly over $300 million in business for local Las Vegas businesses, not to mention how much money I'm sure SEMA makes off of the show. But do you think people are going to come back or come here for SEMA that have already paid $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, $20,000 for a booth or a spot to showcase their build at SEMA if they bring it here and now they're going to leave with a $1,000 fine and a misdemeanor charge? No, they're not coming. And I've seen a lot of you guys on Instagram, and there's some, I guess, bigger influencers that I didn't even know in Las Vegas that have spoke about this. That I followed recently, that have also said the car scene here is dead. It's done. If SEMA, and here's the thing, I've also reached out to SEMA. I go to SEMA every year. I have access to the media contacts. I did ask them. I haven't got an email response yet because I'm like, do you guys know about this? Like, I know outside last year we covered how many engine swaps and BMW engines and Toyotas and all kinds. Like, that's illegal now. You can't do that here. You can't. It's 100%. Read the bill, because this is the other shit that drives me nuts, right? I've had big TK, you're fear-mongering. It says nothing about mods. It says nothing about read the effing amendments at the bottom of the bill where it specifies on what shit is what. And it specifically says engine swaps. You guys that build Jeeps and have like tubular shit going on with frames and put VIN plates on, illegal. Can't do that shit anymore. Which the Jeep scene, which is huge here, should be raving mad about that, right? It's giving this DMV police department all kinds of power to just magically pop in and inspect your vehicle whenever they want. That's what this law does. And if they find that they think something on your car has been modified, whether the engine has been replaced or, maybe you have an LS in your Jeep, illegal, can't do it. Straight up.
New text message from 360.
Oh my God! If I get another message about a flash flood warning, I'm over it. And I've turned this shit off, and I still get them. Anywho's, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you're in the car community, if you're a builder, if you build your own shit, I'll give you an example. Like if they were going to do roadkill nights here, right? Like they're doing in Detroit here in a couple weeks. Roadkill nights, right? You come and they do, and let's say they were doing it in Vegas. They did it on Las Vegas Boulevard. They're not going to, but let's say they did. All of those cars are custom built with engines that didn't come with the vehicle. Now you're going to say that those Dodge built cars are 100% illegal here now. You can't have them. And I love the internet lawyers that are in my comments like, TK, you haven't read the bill, you don't understand how it works. No, I perfectly fucking understand how it works. And I read it. And I've asked my law enforcement friends, and I have several of them here in Las Vegas. And I got one more I'm going to reach out. I'm going to hit my homie Dallas up. I'm going to hit my guy Dallas up and ask him too. Because I understand that the DMV department is completely separate. I understand that the DMV department, I guess, is completely separate than Metro and State Police or whatever. But how are they going to enforce that now, right? Like, It's just the law is so vague, right? It would be like, shout out to my Second Amendment people, but it would be like, you're not allowed to put a sight. You cannot put a green dot on your handgun. You can't do it. If you do it, it's a misdemeanor and $1,000 fine. I know you're going to say it's not the same thing. It is the same thing. Yes, I understand. You can modify your emissions. You know, it could put out more smog. It could put out Look, the issues that we have with pollution in the air that we get here in Nevada now are not from here. It's from California. It's from wildfires. It's from all that other shit that blows over here. Plus, we have all the dirt, dust, and debris in the air. Smog from cars are not the friggin' problem here. I'm sorry. Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit. But I'm slowly watching this state become a worse version of California. What do you think is going to happen with SEMA? And I'm going to tell you this now, because I had 7 people today. And I was, shout out, I'm not even going to put my homie on blast, but I had a couple people that have like the most dopest scat packs I've ever seen with blowers on them and shit. I had people hit me up today. Well, they were like, damn, I don't think I'm going to come to SEMA, man. Like, because they're looking up the law too. And you can read it. It's in plain effing text. It literally says right there that they will friggin' fine you. And you could be prosecuted with a misdemeanor if you have any of this shit changed. Well, guess what? Built cars for SEMA, they may not have stock exhaust systems. They may have altered emissions. It's a SEMA build. It may have a blower on it that it didn't come with. So now all of that shit is illegal? Oh, man. I hope SEMA responds. I hope SEMA says something about this. But I can tell you this. I can tell you this right now. As people are getting fined and that shit's happening, if SEMA happens this year in Vegas, which I think it's too soon, like I think it is going to happen, right? This could be the last year that SEMA's here. Because do you think SEMA is going to keep coming when people that are spending tens of thousands of dollars to have booths and show off their builds with SEMA are getting fined and getting criminally charged to come to Vegas to show their build? Psst, not going to happen. So I know what the other lame ass mofos in the comments are going to say. Just don't drive your vehicle while you're there then. You shouldn't do it if it's bad for the environment. Bad for the environment, these nuts. All right? Put them on your effing forehead. Oh my God. But yeah, nope. Now, and I have a separate video on the snitching part because the Karens, California's doubled down too. They're increasing how much they're paying for you to snitch on smog. But now they're doing that here in Nevada as well, which is awesome. Make my day. Great. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.
For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet.